The sun shines bright in the valley, and the heat starts coming in. The dry season is beginning once more in the valley, and many of the creatures are preparing for the immense heat. Clouds gather in the sky to create some shade for the creatures, allowing them to eat peacefully underneath the shade of the clouds. Gathered underneath the shade on the grasslands are ceratopsians. Many species have gathered here to eat peacefully on the bountiful food surrounding them. Watching over them all is a large bull triceratops. Here we see Medusaceratops, Torosaurus, Ionosaurus, and Pachyrhinosaurus. Although they are different species, they gather up as they cause no harm to each other, seeing as they're all here for the same reason. It's not just ceratopsians here on the grasslands. A few mammals have also come here to enjoy the lush foliage around them. Joining them is Sam, the Styracosaurus. And it's not just him that's here too. His twin brother, Eric, joins him as well. The two have been by each other's side since the beginning and don't plan to leave each other anytime soon. Now that they are growing older into full-grown adults, they will look for mates and hopefully start a ceratopsian pride together with a harem of females, so that way their species can get much larger in the valley, as Styracosaurus is still in danger. Approaching the two as well is a female Styracosaurus. This is their mother, Anita, who has grown quite a bit since we last saw her. She is now a full-grown female. She joins her two sons, spending time with them now, since she sent them off when they were little babies. The three family members gather with the other creatures and enjoy their meal. Not far from them, however, is a large creature watching over the ceratopsians. This creature is very territorial and sees the other ceratopsians and mammals as threats. He prepares to attack them. None of the creatures have taken notice to the threat that's heading their way. Now prepared, the creature attacks them. The Medusaceratops takes notice and alerts the rest of the herd to start running. Anita sees the threat and gathers her sons quickly. Three of them run away quickly. The Euentherium knows better than to stick around and quickly scurries off, as well as the Paraceratherium. The rest of the ceratopsians scatter in directions. However, the bull triceratops stands his ground. The Torosaurus gallops away. The bull triceratops witnesses the massacre and quickly runs off. The family makes it out alive. They were lucky enough to get away in time. Whoever that new threat was, it has made Anita worried about her sons. She will protect them for as long as the threat is in the valley. The three decide to stay down here until it's safe, hoping to soon gather up by the grasslands once more to eat peacefully. It's Gimli, the bravest and fastest dinosaur in the valley. It's been quite a while since we last saw him. He has picked up the scent of a fresh kill and is looking for it. He continues his way down the valley. Gimli is usually never alone. Normally, he has Starbuck by his side. However, the two have moved on to start their own lives. Especially now how Big Bull has them on high alert in case Renoka returns. The 2 years since that order was announced, Renoka hasn't appeared. So they've continued their lives. And now Gimli lives in solitude. Gimli is now getting closer to where the fresh kill is. He sniffs the air. Now Gimli sees it. The kill is a Pachyrhinosaurus. A very worthy meal. Gimli now indulges on the carcass. He's quite surprised that not another predator is here. However, he does keep on high alert in case one does approach. Then, Gimli smells something. Not far away from him is the carcass of an Ionosaurus. As well as a Medusaceratops and a Torosaurus. Gimli is shocked. He did not notice any of these carcasses when he arrived. Then he sees a predator approaching. It's a young male Baryonyx. It was attracted by the smell of the carcasses here. Though normally Baryonyx would eat fish, it has come here to pick up an easy meal. It sniffs the carcass and then tucks in. Although a carnivore, this was not the threat that caused this massacre. As long as the two carnivores do not bother each other, nothing will happen. There's enough food to go around for them both. two predators are alerted by the noise made by the threat that caused this massacre earlier. It was a very loud and deep noise. Instead of sticking around, Baryonyx leaves to a safer location. Gimli, on the other hand, decides to figure out what has made that noise. The threat from earlier is close by, and Gimli approaches it. As Gimli edges closer, he sees the threat. It is a large male Styracosaurus, much bigger than a normal Styracosaurus. It is unknown why he is this big. However, he is the one that caused the massacre on the grasslands. Size means double the aggression. Gimli will have to be careful. This Styracosaurus is a rogue. He is very territorial, which is why he killed all those ceratopsians out on the grasslands, to have the grasslands to himself. With a threat this big, it is unlikely that anyone would challenge this rogue. Gimli knows better than to stick around. That's when the Styracosaurus sees Gimli walking away and prepares to charge. Gimli tries his best to get up. One of his ribs is broken. However, he still manages to get on his feet. Gimli then looks up at his aggressor. Gimli prepares to fight off the Styracosaurus. As far as lengths go, they are the same size. But in overall girth, the Styracosaurus has the advantage. He is much bigger than Gimli. So far, Gimli's taken him on like a manticore against a bull. And much like the tournament, he's gotta avoid the horns of the creature. After seeing all the carcasses of all those ceratopsians that were killed by him, he knows what he's capable of, and he will have to take on the Styracosaurus no matter the cost. Now Gimli knows where not to bite the Styracosaurus. The Styracosaurus' skin is too tough for Gimli's teeth to tear through. There's a disadvantage there for Gimli. Still, no matter the cost. Gimli's plan didn't work. Now he knows what he has to do. Gimli finally defeated the Styracosaurus. He is wounded, limping in pain. However, he will recover. Although he should have not survived the fall, the only reason he did was because when he hit the Styracosaurus on the side, he knocked himself out unconscious, therefore relaxing his muscles, causing him to not break a single bone when he fell, and making him survive the fall. Gimli, however, now is farther away in the valley. He has no idea where he is. However, he'll do his best to return back to his territory. Although he doesn't see himself as one, he is a hero. He saved many other lives from being killed by that Styracosaurus, and he fed all those mammals that were gathered by his corpse. Gimli decides to find somewhere to rest for the night, and then for the next few days, he'll do his best to make his way back to his territory in the valley. Not far from him, Kara is in the area. She lets out a roar, signaling the return of Renoka.